Good morning from San Francisco. Good morning from the Land's End Coastal Trail. Oh, by the way, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. I appreciate you watching. So today I want to talk about community. Having community, finding community, finding your people. If you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm moving to Pittsburgh, a city that, except for one weekend, I've never really been. Next week, I'll pop in my car, drive cross country to start this next phase in my life. And yeah, community. Okay, where was I before that doggy interruption? Yeah, so next week I'm popping in my car, driving cross country to Pittsburgh, and as I plan my move, as I prepare, it's kind of step by step. And a couple days ago, I started thinking, okay, where am I going to live? Yeah, that's kind of important, right? My plan is to buy a house. But you don't just snap your fingers and you're in that house. So I don't know how long it's going to take, if it's going to take 1 month or 6 months. But so I needed to find a place. And one of my really good friends, she's from Pittsburgh, or spent a large portion of time in Pittsburgh. And she is hooked up on a community group on Facebook, and she put out the word that this guy is looking for a temporary place to live. And I'm getting a lot of interest, a lot of possible offers for places to rent, ranging from apartments to rooms. What I need is a furnished place that I can leave, on the very latest month-to-month notice. And I thought maybe it would be difficult, but it's working out. And right now, hold on. Right now I've been talking to 2 people, and I'm probably going to choose one of their places, and they're different. So I got to get the details. They're different in that one is a separate apartment in a house, furnished separate apartment, and the other is a room with its own bathroom and use of the kitchen in the main house. And presumably there will be a difference in how much they are asking. And if it's not significant, I will go with the apartment. And if it is significant, I'll go with the room. Either way, the people I've been talking with seem incredibly nice, helpful, friendly, encouraging, talking up Pittsburgh, saying that I will love the place, which I think is part of or I'm hoping it's part of the city's character. But that I'll find out. If I didn't have this entree, this connection to people in Pittsburgh, of course I would get it done somehow. But it is so much more comforting to have this connection, connection. Wherever I wind up, I'm not saying that I'm gonna also wind up being, best friends with this new landlord, but it is, like I said, such a comfort to have that personal connection. I remember when I took a job at Southern Illinois University, this was in 2014, and I was facing a similar situation. I wasn't going to buy a place, but I did need a place. And through the person that hired me, she hooked me up with another teacher in our department who was renting a place. And boom, it worked out perfectly. I stayed there for 2 years, would have stayed there longer had I stayed longer. In the larger picture, I had such a positive experience moving to Carbondale in southern Illinois, not knowing anyone, and meeting people, getting to know people, making friends that I still have to this day. So, fingers crossed that Pittsburgh works out similarly. But realistically, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that I will meet people, that I will form a new community. Southern Illinois, Carbondale, for example, was, you know, it's a very small town, so the dynamics are different. But in the past few months, people have told me that Pittsburgh is different. It's not it's not a big city, but it's not a big city in the way that San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York are, even Philly, or so I'm told. But so far, if I choose one of these two places to stay, I'm really positive about so much of it. This kind of buffer time, it takes away all the pressure of having to buy a house immediately, of course. It allows me to explore the city at my own pace, to get the feel of neighborhoods, of what's available. You know, there's a big difference between looking at houses on Zillow, looking at houses on Redfin, and actually seeing them. Oh, one of my prospective landlords, she just said in text, you do know that Pittsburgh is the cloudiest city in the country. Seattle is second. And that it is the second rainiest city in the country. I told her, yeah, I know that. My head knows that. I've heard that. I've researched that. Whether I will be able to love it, we'll wait and see. Speaking of clouds, the Lands End Coastal Trail, where I am, is at the very northwest corner of the peninsula that is San Francisco, the city of San Francisco. And I'm going to stop here, see if you can hear the foghorn. Come on. There it was. Could you hear it? If you couldn't hear it, trust me, it goes off every, 30 seconds or so. I actually used to live out here. I took this trail, my favorite trail in San Francisco. I took this walk, 3 times a week. It's really amazing that this is within the city limits of a major city. It's so accessible, and it's so cold. I once heard that the most popular item for tourists to San Francisco to buy are sweatshirts. I don't know if that's really true, but it has truthiness, doesn't it? Anyway, back to the theme of this video, community, and also planning. Just a few days ago, really hit me. Oh crap! I'm gonna be in Pittsburgh soon. I'm planning to leave around August 8th, which at this moment is 10 days from now, 9 days from now. 9 days from now. And it hit me, oh yeah, I probably should find a place to stay. Don't want to be staying in hotels. Don't expect to buy a place immediately. I mean, it would be nice to see a place, fall in love, buy it, and move in a month later, but that's not realistic. Yeah, and so when I started, and I was just talking to my friend, and she said, I will, alert the people on the message board, and she did that, and all of a sudden, I got, 5 or 10 responses, and Like I said, now two people I'm really talking to. This just started yesterday, and I'm going to make a quick decision. By tomorrow, I may know where I'm living in Pittsburgh. Definitely you guys will know by the next video, so stay tuned. Oh, the foghorn. When I lived out here, I absolutely adored it. It'll be blowing all night in, the foggy weather. And it's kind of like a warm glass of milk. It is so comforting to be in your apartment and to hear that. Okay, it's actually much nicer than that. That sounded like what I had for lunch. Actually, not lunchtime yet. What I had for breakfast. And a couple more things before I turn around and head back. I'm at the end of the trail. You can see behind me, of course, the ocean and the cliff house, and down there are what's called the Sutro Baths. When I was living here, today is a Sunday, and when you come here, in any morning on a weekday, and any morning that is not the summertime, you could have the trail mostly to yourself. There might be, 5 people you'll see. It's not very long. It's maybe a 30 or 40 minute walk both ways. It's, like I said, my favorite trail in San Francisco, probably the world. All right, I am going to end this video now. I really want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by pressing the like button. And if you have any comments, and especially Pittsburgh expertise, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Last thing, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe. All right, catch you later. Bye.